Hey, my friends, now after seeing the Beijing Hotel and Beijing Hotel No, I just chose to come out because I think you got to see this very classic archway, which is the iconic structure of Grand Hotel Beijing, which is in Chinese, 贵宾楼. So we've seen some very classic, like European style writer's bar and their lobby with the beautiful French chandelier in Beijing Hotel No. And at the very western section of this hotel complex, now we've come to a very traditional Chinese element. Just simply take a look at the archway. This is very, very beautiful. But what's more important, behind this archway, there is a section of the red wall. Just for your information, this used to be the Imperial wall that was built in the Ming Dynasty. So for those of you that been to Beijing or interested in the history of Ming and Qing Dynasty, you know that once when the third emperor of the Ming Dynasty moved the capital to Beijing, they reconstructed all the city layouts by putting different city walls like here and there. So there is the Forbidden City in the very center, enclosed by the Imperial City. So along with the change of modern Beijing, we have already torn down much of the city wall, and this is the only remaining section of the Imperial City Wall that was originally from the Ming Dynasty China. So I'm very thrilled to explore Grand Hotel Beijing with all of you. So with my guidance, so please follow me. Let's walk into the hotel and see what we can find out. It is said that Grand Hotel Beijing has this enormous, beautiful collection of all the relics. Let's go explore. Well, now we've come inside of the hotel. You know, at this time of the year, like hot Beijing summer day, when you step into the hotel lobby, it feels like entering a different world. So ladies and gentlemen, without walking to the hotel room and here, I would like to show you what's behind me. This is one of the treasures that Grand Hotel Beijing has, because maybe we can come a little closer so our cameraman can see the whole stretch of the entire painting. Aren't you impressed? You know, when I saw this the first time, I don't know, it just feels like something I never felt before. This is the image of the snow mountain. And it is actually oil painting on the canvas, but gives you the feeling of the traditional Chinese painting skill of like using ink. So as you can see those, you know, from the details that this is all like oil painting. But if you see it from distance away, it feels like the traditional Chinese painting scroll of, you know, the black and white. That's the water painting. And the artist who painted this, he's a very famous contemporary Chinese painter whose name is Wu Guanzhong. Actually, he created this as a gift to the opening of Grand Hotel Beijing when he was in his 70s. So this is the original painting. And I guess a few places in China where you manage to see his original masterpiece. And here is one. So look at the size of it. It's enormous. And the name of the painting is The Painting of the Snow Mountain. So as you can see, you know, the snow on the mountain and with this winding path, and also the like the closed one and the silhouette of the mountain like distance away. I'm not a big fan of oil painting, but the moment when I see this, I think it just makes me feel very special. I think that Grand Hotel Beijing, after seeing this painting, the impression that the hotel leaves to me is that this is a very artistic hotel, you know. And here we are. At this side of the hotel, we have a whole stretch of the glass showcase where we managed to see what we call in Chinese the Yanjing Bajue. Yanjing is the ancient name of Beijing. So 八绝 literally is the 8 unique craftsmanship in Beijing. So what are the 8 different like craftsmanship? So first of all, the jade carving, okay? And take this one for example. See, this is like entire piece of like dark green jade with the image of this legendary general whose name is Guan Yu carved, and you can see the very much in details, especially those little details and veins on his armor sets, and also this cloisonne. This is enamel. So basically, what we did is that we need to make those very specific picture and patterns by using copper wire on the base of a copper pot. And in the Qing dynasty, because this is the art form that the Qing emperors really appreciated. So instead of using copper, there is actually gold used on these like artifacts. All right, and after shaping those patterns, we need to put it in the kiln and fire it. Oh, sorry, I forgot one step. We need to use that little tube with like the liquid color inside, and we drip those color into the space that formed by the copper wire. And after we color the whole products, and we need to fire them and like polish the surface. So the whole thing, I think the English name for that is cloisonne. And let's not forget about this lacquer carving, because it's like one vessel with multiple layers of very thick layers of lacquer on the surface. So they need to pave it with this very thick layer of lacquer, and then to carve it. If the camera man can maybe get a little closer, what really impresses me is that little details of the background, not just the object. Take a look at the pine tree and those pine leaves on the pine tree, and also those little diamond blocks behind the pine tree leaves, and this much in detail. It is almost like impossible. Just imagine, how much time that we need to one artist need to spend on creating all the details, that little tiny veins. All right, and jade carving again. Let's keep moving forward and see what else we have. And also take a look at this. This is a very like popular, I guess, art form that was appreciated and adored by the Emperor of Qianlong back in the Qing Dynasty. It is basically to draw the pattern by using the gold powder on the base of the black lacquer. So Qianlong, he's very, very artistic, and also he likes something that, how to say, something very decent that can show his character, his very stable character, and also with his very profound understanding of culture. And that's why, well, not to say that he is the emperor. So we use the black as the base, for his like very subdued, or what he wants to express his subdued character or modest character, but with gold, like decorating or inlaid on the top. And that's the fancy part. Okay. And last but not least, and here we come to see a lot of glass bottles. So what are these? These are the very interesting like Beijing gadgets. So people back in ancient times, they like to create like little toys and gadgets for like where they put tobaccos inside. But that's the most amazing part of this artifact is not the function. It's how they created all the pictures on the surface, because they need to paint from inside. So can you imagine? The artist will have to use a very thin, like tiny brush with the curve on the top, and they need to stick the whole thing into the bottle and like paint it like inside from inside. This is truly a test of their brain and coordination of eye and hands. All right. So usually when international foreigners, they come to Beijing, if they're looking for like handicrafts and souvenirs and friends for their maybe family members or their friends, this could be a perfect choice. All right, the inner painting little bottle. All right, so from here, I'm going to take you into the elevator. We might have some company here. So onto the third floor. All right, let's go. Hey guys, look at this. Because this is a, well, now we don't see much. All right, this is a see-through elevator. So I guess later we can see like everything like under there from inside of the elevator. All right. Okay, guys, if you walk with me, look at this. This is stunning. I think this is an entire like piece of marble carving. The picture inside, those are each individual building that was created during the reign of Qianlong Emperor. Because you know that there are massive imperial gardens in Beijing. For those of you that have come to Beijing, you know there is Summer Palace, but the largest one is what we call Yuanmingyuan. And inside of Yuanmingyuan, like there is one narrow, very long like piece of land which used to be what we see from the picture, because it's about 3% or 4% of the entire area of Yuanmingyuan. Qianlong Emperor, he is very like open. He realized, you know, he has seen so much of the Western gardening techniques, and he wanted to have it in his own imperial garden, and that's why it took him like more than 10 years to create all those marble and stone structure, like as a very fancy part of the, you know, Yuanmingyuan. So this jade carving just demonstrates like every single building that there used to be inside of that, what we call Xiyanglou, the Western Garden. All right. Wow, this is very much in detail. And also, speaking of this, like the very traditional background and theme, let me take you to see another also display of what's inside of Yuanmingyuan. All right, you might want to mind your step here. Wow, take a look at this. This is very cool. So what we see here used to be part of the Xiyanglou, the Western garden inside of Yuanmingyuan. So the Emperor Qianlong is he's very creative, and so are the designers. And they actually designed 12 different animal statues as water fountain, like right in front of a massive banquet hall. So every hour, the zodiac, they're actually for like different hours of the day. So they would spit water through their mouth when it's time. So this actually happens like when all 12 statues all shoot water together. This is like noon time, 12 o'clock. So the emperor would be able to enjoy this very interesting, like stunning scenery. And I guess this shows the very traditional like setup and surrounding of the Grand Hotel Beijing. I'm very, very surprised to see that they have the original setup of the water fountains inside of Yuanmingyuan in their like the lobby cafe area. Oh, okay. So now if you can come with me, let's go to the elevator. The hotel expert, I mean here the local staff told me that they're gonna show me like the best of what they have. I don't know what we're going to see, but I'm definitely looking forward to this. You better come with me and check what we have inside. Look at this. Can you believe it? A loft. Yeah, please come with me. Don't be shy. This is what we call the Emperor's Suite. All right, and the best suite in the Grand Hotel Beijing. And yes, of course, like almost everything inside. Look at it. Take a look at the furniture. They're all like, I know that they're not necessarily antiques, but all like traditional Chinese like wood furniture. And see all the decorations. We have the porcelains, we have the bronzeware, the cloisonne and everything. You know, everything is a highlight inside of this hotel room, but when we put them together, it just gives you a feeling of like being imperial. I think right now I feel like being an emperor in the emperor's suite. All right, because everything around me is just like I'm traveling back in time, back to the Qing Dynasty. Look at this, very fancy. And see this. This is Ruyi. I think is a gift. It can be made of jade. It can be made of gold or wooden piece and different materials. But this represents like a good wish. And I think in ancient time, the emperor would give that to maybe one of his like concubines as a gift to express his affection, or whoever receives the gift knows that she is going to be like the imperial concubine or even the empress. So if you want to follow my step, we're going to go upstairs. All right. This is the fun part of loft because you never know what's on the second floor. All right, here I guess we have two bedrooms, and this one is the little, I think the smaller one. Oh, look at that. We have bats in the ceiling. Usually 5 bats representing like happiness. And my dear friends, see that we have a little balcony here, like stretch out from the our secondary bedroom. So here we can see like what's in the living room, like down there, and this beautiful chandelier from the ceiling. I don't know how much this Emperor Suite cost, but in my lifetime, if there's a chance that I would rather pay to stay here at least for one night, because this whole feeling is just beyond my imagination. I feel like, um, I mean, you got to experience like staying in this hotel room. I think this must be a very hard job for our cameraman because no matter which direction he's turning to, there are always like picture opportunities. But I think this is the main bedroom. See, there is a very large, like king size bed in the middle, and of course, it's all surrounded by this very classic, like wooden furniture. This must be, ooh, there's a very interesting, very, very beautiful, like bathtub inside. All right, so you might think that this is the end of his tour to the Emperor's Suite, but I actually saved the best to the last. If you can follow me, we're gonna walk downstairs. Before we go, let me show you something very striking. All right, so please be careful of the step. I'm very, very excited to be here today. I mean, I know that our filming crew, my colleagues, they told me that we're gonna do this Beijing hotel like complex live streaming, and I thought this might be very cool, but I never did I think I would have never expected to experience what I experienced today, like this fancy restaurant and this Emperor Suite. And guess why we call the suite Emperor Suite? Because behind me, ladies and gentlemen, that's the whole stretch of the Forbidden City. That's the palace compound where 24 emperors, well, 14 from the Ming Dynasty and 10 from the Qing Dynasty, they all resided in the best preserved palace compound. I know that it will be very difficult to get ticket like into the forbidden for a lot of our like local Chinese. Um, but once if you are here in this Grand Hotel Beijing, I guess it's not bad just, to see it out through the window. This is very cool. Actually, I think this might be the best spot ever to see the Forbidden City. I don't know, unless later we can go higher. Maybe there is another spot like better to see the Forbidden City, but this is clear enough for me. All right. So my dear friends, once you come to Beijing, so once again, I cannot tell you the cost of this place, but there will be a link at the end of the show. The link will be like there for you to check the official website, and feel free to find out the price for like different like hotel rooms. But if you stay here, I think it's quite an experience. You're just a few steps away from the Forbidden City. How cool is that? And like every single detail in this hotel room, I think is very carefully placed, and of course, like selected by their experts or hotel staff. Take a look at this. This is the embroidery. So it's cat. Isn't that beautiful? Like stitches by stitches. That's one of the very like renowned, famous Chinese handicrafts, and you can see it. And this, I don't know, it might be a little trash can, or I don't think anybody is allowed to smoke here, so it cannot be the ashtray. But it's made of cloisonne, so that's the enamel. So just very randomly, I can pick up something and it turned out to be like a great art. All right, guys. So what do you think of this place? Feel free to let us know. This is the Emperor Suite in the Grand Hotel, Beijing. All right. So how many of you would dream to come to this place, spend maybe a few nights or at least one night here? I'm sure that it will be quite an experience. All right. I hate to say, can I stay here overnight? All right. Here we are. Wow. So as I said, there is a better place where we can see the palace from Grand Hotel Beijing. Let's step up onto this large outdoor balcony, and ladies and gentlemen, let me present you the purple Forbidden City. Look at this. Can you believe? This is the whole central axis of the Palace Museum, which used to be called the Purple Forbidden City. All right, as you can see, starting from Tiananmen, the Gate of Upright, the Meridian Gate, the Gate of Supreme Harmony, the Hall of Supreme Harmony, and all those buildings in the outer court and slash the Emperor's living quarter, the whole stretch in the Forbidden City. I think literally there is no better place where you can see like better scenery of the Forbidden City than the Grand Hotel Beijing from this balcony. All right, so this is very, very striking. Oh my God, imagine if you come here like hot summer day after you enjoy your dinner, you come out, when the heat is gone, it's a little breezy, with a little, tea in your hand, and you manage to see all this. This is unbelievable. I like it. So before we go, apart from this striking scenery, the hotel also presents us something very special. All right, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, see this mythical animal on my left-hand side. This is Chilean, that we think this is a mythical animal. And some people say that it's from the Great Navigation back in the Ming Dynasty, from which we brought giraffe like back to China from Africa. And Chilean is like the interesting depiction of giraffe. I don't know. But the statue or the animal here is for auspiciousness and good luck. Here I wish all of our friends from the other side of the screen like good luck and good health for like all your life. And also, before we wrap it up, and here I have a special dessert from Grand Hotel Beijing, which is like a miniature Chilean, but sweet. So I'm so sorry to like destroy this, but I'm going to have a bite. Oh, oh my God, this is so good. It's very sweet though. Mmm. I'm wondering what's that little dessert is made of, but I'm pretty sure this is chocolate. Mmm. Tasty. So I guess after having this dessert of good luck, I'm gonna be double, triple good luck and blessed for my life. Well, time is almost up. So today we had a great visit to the hotel, to Beijing Hotel and Beijing Hotel No, and now we're gonna wrap it up for Grand Hotel Beijing. So 3 hotels like in one block, inside of one this gigantic complex. I wish that you love all of them. All right. If you're interested in finding more detailed information or contacting our hotel site, for like your future inquiry, and here is the link, and don't forget to check it out. All right. And I guess this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Fred. Please stay with us. We're gonna show you something different next time. All right. Bye bye.